Hello, it's Just Gavin here, and welcome back to another Jack Short on a film review. Today we are doing another film review once again. I went on a film review for a little bit of a while, but basically this is a new film that I really wanted to speak about. It's a film that I've seen before, and I wanted to just let you know. And today we are going to be reviewing Stuart Little. The Little family just got bigger. So this is the first ever Stuart Little I watched. Basically I've got like 3 of them, but I might not end up doing them all in the review anyway. So this is the film review about the first ever Stuart Little they brought out. You might be thinking, why am I doing that Stuart Little? You might be thinking about that. It's just because that I really wanted to do a film review on it, because I've seen Stuart Little a lot before, and you might be thinking it's like a little kiddie film kind of thing. But I actually really wanted to do a review on it just because it's just a good thing to do, and I really wanted to do a review. So it says it's from the directors of Lion King. So basically Lion King directed it, and basically what I'm going to do in the review today is I'm going to be reading a bit of information about the film, and then I'm going to kind of explain. So it's a film review after all, it's a film review, isn't it? So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today. And it also says over 1.5 hours of extra features as well. That basically has got some features in this one, so I've actually watched them all. So it's got some features as well, and also you can see that is what the box looks like of the game. That's actually Stuart Little there. Basically you can see the foot there, and then also that's actually what the front of the DVD looks like. So yeah, I actually really wanted to do a film review on it. Just to kind of like explain, because what we're going to talk about it first, and then we'll read some information. So, if you don't know what happens in the first Stuart Little, basically Stuart Little first start off I think in a school with like all different kids and stuff. Because I still recognise it. I'm not sure for a while, but basically what happens is Stuart Little starts in like a school kind of thing. And basically George, do you know George, who I can't remember who he plays again, I've no idea. George's little brother, basically he goes to that school as well, and basically what happens in it is Stuart Little tries to be a part of that family to actually George and his parents. So what happens is basically his parents go to this place where they basically see if Stuart Little's actually their parents or not. And basically what happens after that is basically when you get halfway through the story, Stuart Little starts basically getting into the family a bit more. And basically when he actually first meets George, his brother, basically his brother don't like it, basically goes downstairs. And basically also when he arrives as well, he looks at some kind of pictures of all his parents as well. So that's pretty cool of the film. So I spoke a little bit more, so let's go and talk about what happens in the film then. So it says, the disc requires, don't stop the movie itself. Stuart Little's apartment room section is just a bigger, Stuart himself is tiny. So that's what it says there. So let's go and read a bit of information about it. So it says, when Stuart Little was adorable, a little mouse with a big heart. That's what it basically is. Voiced by Michael J. Fox. So that's the guy... Back in a minute. What? I'll see in a bit. God's sake. Anyway, right, let's get back to the story. Right. It happens all the time, this. Anyway, so he's actually voiced by Michael J. Fox, if you don't know. I don't really know that character, but he's voiced by him, and it says adopted by his little family as a brother for their son George, and and it looks like he's acted by Jonathan Lipnicko. He's voiced by. So I think that's the guy that George is voiced by, Jonathan Lipstick. I don't know that guy a lot, but he's not lipstick. I mean lipstick. Sorry. Basically, he's voiced by him, and it says he finds it a lot of adjusting into his new home. So basically the home that they're living in right now, it's kind of like a little home. Basically George starts getting a bit anxious of Stuart Little and stuff. So that looks pretty cool. And also it says Mr. and Mrs. Little. Basically they get owned by Mrs. Little and Mr. Little. Huge Lauren and Gugon Davis, I think that says Davis as well. Basically they're the characters that actually voice the parents in the film. Fall in love with Stuart right away. George doesn't quite know what to make of his new brother. Basically, this is his new brother in the world. And when Snowball, the family cat, finds out, basically, there's a cat called Snowbell in it as well. Basically, Snowbell tries to kidnap Stuart Little. This is like right at the start of the film. Basically, Tinkerbell, that's what we actually call him. Basically, he actually starts off by kidnapping the mouse, and basically it starts getting the whole way through. Anyway, I'll read a bit more. And to make his new brother, and then the Snowball and the family cat find he's disappeared by a mouse. Plans are soon deployed to get Stuart out of his little mouse pivotal. So basically what happens there is basically the cat called Tinkerbell, he basically kidnaps the mouse, and then what happens right at the end of the film, basically Tinkerbell tries to save Stuart Little's life, because Stuart Little gets lost. Well, I should not say that. I mean, the family don't want him anymore. Basically, what happens after that is Tinkerbell finds him in the. He finds him in the. Because this is set in New York, by the way, as well. I will leave it in the description down below. Basically, this is set in New York, by the way, if you don't know. At Centre Park, basically, because that's where they find him, because it's set in New York, and that's where they actually set it. And basically, he finds him in Centre Park, so you know that big park that they have in like GTA games and stuff. They have it in there. And then basically he tries to find him in there, and then what happens after that is basically he tries to save him from all the other cats, because all the other cats actually want him for his dinner, and basically they all keep explaining that, oh no, I don't want him for his dinner and that. And then basically what happens after that is I think they go on a big massive trip of trying to go after him, and basically what happens right at the end is Tinkerbell actually saves his life, jumps all the cats in the water on a branch, and then basically all that the cats all give up, it just gives up. There's actually a cat called Smokey, by the way. Smokey, I can't remember what his second name is, but basically it's called Smokey. Basically he's actually the main cat in the game that's trying to get Stuart Little. Anyway, let's get moving on. Amazon state of the art, special effects, comedy and adventure make the life. Biggest adventure a little can have. So basically, the film is a comedy and an adventure. That's the categories of what the film is. It's an adventure and a comedy film. That's basically what the film is set on. So you can see it's a little can have, and you can see it does have some extra features. It has some behind the scenes kind of things, and also it has for the kids as well. I actually won't be watching this kind of film anymore, just because I used to watch it in the past, but not for quite a while ago. But basically, I used to watch this a lot, and it used to be one of my favourite films I used to watch when I was about probably about 11 years old. I actually last watched this one. It might have been a bit older than that. I remember like 13 or something like that. But basically, yeah, the last time I watched this film, I don't know when it was. It was quite a while ago. Basically, I started to watch the film a lot, and I don't know what it was. But yeah, the film is basically on a little mouse. So basically, what happens right at the start of the film? Stuart starts getting learned of his family. They live in the house and stuff. Also, Tinkerbell, that annoying cat, basically gets the mouse and starts hanging him up a little bit more. Also, Tinkerbell basically goes to the he goes to the cat place where Smokey is. Basically, he tries to basically get the mouse, and basically they just eat him completely. And then what happens right at the end of the film is basically Tinkerbell tries to get Stuart Little his life. He tries to save his life completely from all the other cats. And then basically what happens after that, right at the end of the story, basically George and his parents don't know that he's back. Basically Tinkerbell brings him back. He goes through the window, and basically George gets really excited, gets in a really good mood, saying his brother Stuart is back. So yeah, that is the aim of the film. I think it is a really cool film you really like. I know, to be honest, you might not really like it because it's a kids film after all, so you might not really like it. But like I said though, the film is still good. And hopefully, if you do like it, please let me know in the comments down below if it is a really good film you watch. And hopefully you guys will really like it. So there's a little bit of information left, and then that'll be the end of the film review. So yeah, there's some behind the scenes fixtures, and also there's some for the kids as well. And also the menu features as well. It says there's going to be some language choices, multiplayer language subtitles, or scene sections. Basically, if you've missed part of the film at all, as well. So guys, I'd like to show you the back. So that is what the back looks like. You can see there's actually some pictures on here as well. That's just the pictures of actually what the film is. So you can see that's they're actually his parents on there, and you can see that's George. That is actually what George looks like in the film with his mouse. So basically that is George of what he looks like in the film. I think he's like 15 years old, I think. So basically that's what he looks like. And then basically that's all his parents. And you can see the bottom picture is his parent as well with his mouse as well. So yeah, that is actually what the film is. I'm going to go show you a big view now. If you have to go and pause the video, go and look at that now. Basically that is just the aim of what the film is. And I just wanted to just let you know in the video. Yeah guys, I think that was going to be the end of this review. There's actually not anything else I need to basically do, I don't think there's really anything else that I need to do. Well, I actually don't think there is anyway. So yeah guys, that's the end. That is the film review about Stuart Little, the little family just got bigger. So the title will say Stuart Little only. It doesn't actually say of actually when it was set. I think it was like set in 1993. I'm going to try and find it now. I'm going to try and find where it actually set in, if I can even find it. It doesn't even say what date it was set in, but I might go and maybe have a look of that to see what else comes up. But yeah, guys, that's the end of this review. I hope you guys will enjoy this film review. If you've got any more film reviews you want me to do, please let me know in the comments down below. If you've got any more film reviews you want me to do on films, if there's any particular films you want me to do. Also, there'll be more film trailers as well, because like I said, I've done a film trailer for a little bit for a while, so we'll be doing more trailers. Also, I'll be doing more Jack shorts on usual kind of things as well, so that'll be coming up pretty soon. But apart from that though, that's the end of this review. I hope you guys have all enjoyed. I think it's been good, this one. If you guys have watched it, please let me know, and if you want me to improve it, that'll be really appreciated. But yeah, that's the end of this film review. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next film review.